I'm Rachel from Welshot, but I'm not on the photographic team. I'm actually on the other side of the camera. I've been modelling for Welshot for nearly 10 years, and over that time I've gathered some tips and hints that I'd like to share with you today to make you feel more comfortable working with somebody like me. So let's jump straight in to my top 5 tips. Tip number 1, do some research before the event. I personally find it easier if a photographer shows me some images or magazines that I can replicate or get inspiration from. There's a great little app called Pinterest that I use to get some really great images. Tip number 2, chat to your model, break the ice. I find it a lot more comfortable if the photographers chat to me before we start taking pictures. You can discuss what you want to get from that image and you can work together and collaborate. Tip number 3, shapes and composition. When you're taking any other photo, you'd always think about composition, and the same applies when you're working with a model. A favourite is triangles. So for me, I would think about different triangles I can make with my body, and you can pop your hip to make a triangle of the legs, over the head, leaning on things. So that it just adds a bit more interest to the picture. Tip number 4, props. Bringing your own prop to a Welshot event can make your images more original, and it gives me something to work with, such as a hat, for example. This gives me something to do with my hands, and it adds more of a story to your pictures. And finally, tip number 5, imagery. Personally, I find it easier when a photographer gives me a storyline or an image to think about, or a character. For example, Downton Abbey, you could research a character beforehand and bring me lots of ideas and the mood and the feel of that character, and I could bring that to life on your picture. I hope these tips have been useful, and I hope they help you when you work with some models in the future. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you next time.